Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ronan and welcome to my Monster Hunter Wilds endgame switch axe build video. We have a ton of skills of this. There's two builds, one that utilizes maximum might in combination with Evade Extender, while the other one sacrifices those two skills, but instead you gain Antivirus, Coalescence, and Frenzy, so you sacrifice a little bit of utility for more damage of the other build, while this build still does incredible damage but has more utility. So taking a look at our actual skills here, no matter what build you use, you will have Weakness Exploit times 5 and Burst times 5 as well. So let's go ahead and break it down equipment wise. So starting off with the Odor Helm Beta in combination with the Udra Legs and Chain Charm, you will have Burst rank 5 regardless of any decorations. Arcveld Waist Beta with the Arcveld Chest Beta will give you Weakness Exploit times 3. The Anjanath Gloves Beta give you maximum might times 1. Add in 2 Tenderizer decorations and you're looking at maximum Tenderizer, so Weakness Exploit times 5, 2 Mighty Jewels for maximum might times 3, and I added 2 Jumping Jewels in order to have Evade Extender times 2, because with the Switch Axe, I really dislike not having it. Having rank 2 Evade Extender is what I'm used to from previous games, and it's a quality of life thing when it comes to mobility in sword mode. The rank 1 decoration slots are all up to you. Let's go ahead and talk weapons here, because this is for elemental switch axe when it comes to your Ardian weapons, and no matter what Ardian weapon you utilize elemental wise for the switch axe, it's going to be better than any weapon you can make for elemental switch axe from monster parts. So I do have a perfect roll in the dragon switch axe, which is why I'm showcasing it in this video. All the other ones I have are not perfect rolls. This is the only perfect roll I've gotten so far. No matter what, when you make your switch axe, you always want to go for attack and fusion times 3. The reason for that is you can overcap on crit chance, but you can't overcap on attack. So always go attack and fusion times 3 when creating these. In my opinion, the perfect roll is getting at least 4 elemental boost. I don't know how long it would take to get 5, but I think 4 is considered perfect in my opinion. 3 and above is really good, and 2 and below is decent, but you would definitely want to remake that weapon in the future to get more elemental boost. So the decorations you want to utilize for switch axe specifically, you definitely need a quick switch, because that is going to give you rapid morph times 3. You want some type of elemental attack jewel. In this case, I'm using dragon because it's a dragon elemental weapon. And I think having power prolonger times 3 is really useful for switch axe, as that will give you a significant increase to your amp state and stuff like that. I believe it's an additional 90 seconds. So definitely get power prolonger times 3, elemental attack, and quick switch. Your secondary effects are up to you. I got really lucky with focus for my dragon, and I did get handicraft for a quick switch here. You can see my other quick switch jewel I have in my secondary weapon has Iron Wall, which is completely useless for switch axe. Now my second weapon here is actually the poison weapon you get from Rathian. I use this weapon a lot in high rank. This was my go-to switch axe to make. Super early, you can get for a ton of white sharpness. It has decent amount of crit chance, good amount of raw attack, and it's poison, so you can utilize it against any enemy. What's really great about this though is if you're fighting a multi-monster hunt and you don't have time to switch to another camp, you can simply switch to your secondary weapon, this one here, and still be good to go. And this is what I utilize to start farming Ardian weapons. Obviously, once you get the Ardian weapons, you want to utilize those more than you do monster weapons. Now, before we take a look at the actual other build for the Gormagala build, I do want to point out a couple of useful combos that are really nice to have for the switch axe. So let's go ahead and just get our stuff going. Now, chances are when you're fighting, when you go to do your maximum damage for your amp state, your like big damage burst here, afterwards, if you have enough time, hit your triangle or Y button into your attack, then you can easily do it again. And look how much extra gauge I get from doing that. And you can just keep doing this pretty much indefinitely as long as the monster allows you. You just keep going and going. I mean, look how much you get from that. It's unreal. That is a really good combo to have. Another combo is if you just want straight attack, you're not going for your super amp discharge or anything like that. Simple overhead slash into the spiral burst, into your R2, hit Y, Y again, switch, double slash, and keep repeating. And of course, the final one, which I'm sure everybody knows, you can do your burst right here, and then hold the R2 button. Then you can do another full release slash, which you could then combo in to what I talked about earlier. All right. Well, anyway, with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the Gormagala build now. So for the Gormagala build, you can see we no longer have evade extender ×2 or maximum might. Instead, we have antivirus and coalescence. And this is the maximum damage build. The reason being on how those things actually interact with the armor. So we are still using the chain talisman ×2 like we did before for burst ×2 with the Urdra legs, giving you burst ×3 base. We're using the Gore waist here and the Gore helm because we need at least 2 Gore pieces to get Black Eclipse ×1, which helps out with the Frenzy virus. We're using Arcveld chest and Arcveld gloves, giving you weakness exploit ×3. So taking a look at our decorations now, we have Tenderizer ×2, we have Chain Jewel ×2, we have Phoenix Jewel ×2 to get us that Coalescence rank 3, and we have 3 Sane Jewels, which ends up giving you the antivirus. This is actually bugged. It says it gives 15% affinity if cured. It actually gives more than that, so I'm not sure if this is a tooltip error or if it's intended to give more. Not sure yet. We'll have to wait to see what happens when it gets patched. But you get extra crit whenever you cure Frenzy. When you cure Frenzy, because you have Coalescence, you gain a massive increase to elemental damage. Your damage skyrockets with this. It's really, really strong. Not to mention because you have Chain as well, so your damage just keeps going up and up and up. This is the maximum damage build I could figure out for Switch Axe. You do lose out on evade extender ×2 though, so do keep that in mind. It is a nice quality of life thing to have. So overall, both builds do really good damage. I think this one has more overall damage sustained and burst, but the other one does have almost 100% chance to crit regardless and still does incredible damage even without Coalescence. Anyway guys, I'm Ronan. If this build video helped you out, please like and subscribe. Comment down below how you made your endgame Switch Axe armors, and let me know what you want to see next. Take care.